Hey there, welcome back to Survivor Geek. Today we're going to be talking about fire. Now, I wanted to talk about fire, number one, because I'm a pyromaniac. Number two, because fire is one of the first things that most survival experts will tell you that you need. You know, your first thing they say, build yourself a fire, get yourself a fire, get the stuff. And 80 to 90% of the time, they're right. Fire is a major priority, especially if you're cold and you're wet. You need to dry out and you need to raise your body temperature. If you're in those bad conditions, fire is just pinnacle. And there's a lot of other benefits that come with fire too. Like I said, there are some circumstances that fire isn't your main priority. I can think of a couple just off the top of my head, but most of the time it will be very important. And fire definitely makes your life easier when you're trying to survive or just live out in the woods. The first thing fire does for you is obviously keeps you warm. Keeps your core body temperature up, it can dry your clothing, makes it easier to spend the night out when it's really cold. Second of all, it makes water less of an issue. You can boil your water to purify it. You can get water easier from the snow and ice by melting it. And just remember, you need to purify that too. Third, it makes it easier to signal for help. You can have a big bonfire at night for a signal. You can have a big smoke signal during the day. It helps protect you from wild animals. There's a lot of opportunistic animals out there that are just looking for an easy meal. And if one of those predators comes by and you've got fire, they'll look elsewhere. So it provides you a certain amount of protection as well. It helps a lot with food. Once you've gathered your food, a lot of food needs to be cooked so it's safe to eat, or cooked just so that it can be palatable. And lastly, fire just is a great comfort. When you have fire, it's like you have a companion, a friend with you. It really is a great boost to morale, and it can really help you square your shoulders and just keep going when times are tough. So you should always carry a fire starting kit with several different ways of starting a fire so that no matter what the conditions, you can have a fire if you need it. Now, I'm not a master bushcrafter, and many of us aren't, and so I carry tools with me to be able to start a fire. And there are three levels of conditions that you're going to run into out in the wild that you need to prepare for. And I've got different tools, different methods for each of those levels. There's good conditions, there's difficult conditions, and then there's near impossible conditions. So we're going to do separate videos on each of those. I'm going to explain the tools that we use, the materials that you'll have available to you, what kind of weather there is there, and why those tools are the best for those circumstances. So thanks for watching our video, and be sure to check out our others. I'm Doug with SurvivorGeek.com.